A pig and a pig were fighting. Who won in the end? The man answered, "The pig won." This left everyone in the room completely stunned. He was the first person in the world to get it right. Turns out, many years later, people's IQs dropped across the board. It was the high IQ people who stopped having kids, while the low IQ folks kept making babies. So over time, people's intelligence seriously declined. To solve the crisis, they decided to put two high IQ people into deep sleep. The man and the woman were chosen to be the first sleepers. The government promised them a big reward, and so the two entered their sleep chambers. But unexpectedly, the only person who knew about the plan got arrested for corruption, and the whole experiment was completely forgotten. Years later, the lab was torn down, and the sleep chambers were tossed into the junk pile. Fast forward 500 years, due to a massive population boom. Garbage piled up everywhere with no one to clean it. When the last can in the garbage truck fell off, the mountain of trash collapsed. A huge wave of garbage poured into the city like a tsunami. The man's sleep chamber was swept into a man's home. By chance, the chamber was opened and the man was awoken. He was watching TV when he was suddenly interrupted. He got up and the man tossed him out the window. The man was a bit confused. He decided to go to the hospital for a checkup. When he arrived, it was obvious that everyone there, including the robots, had trouble thinking clearly. He tried to register, but the nurse stared at the cartoon icons for a long time. Finally, she just picked one at random. The man was sent for an exam. The doctor gave him 3 wires and told him to put them in his mouth, ears, and butt. As soon as he was ready, the doctor said he'd done it wrong. He had to take them out and switch them around. The one in his butt should go in his mouth. After the checkup, the man immediately rushed to the sink to rinse his mouth out. Then, he found a magazine that said it was 500 years later. He ran to the window, opened the curtains, and saw a city of crooked, broken buildings. Some were tied together with ropes. The bridges were gone, and cars kept driving off the edges. The man stood there, stunned. That night, he went up to a vending machine. Suddenly, 2 cops rushed out. Before he could even explain, they dragged him away. He was sent to court. The judge looked at him seriously, though he wasn't very bright, but still kindly assigned him a lawyer. To his surprise, the lawyer was the same guy he had met earlier. The guy had some decent skills and helped the prosecutor accuse the man of being guilty. In the end, the judge banged the gavel and sentenced the old bridge to 10,000 years for its crimes.